Tell me if this is familiar. Your phone has not been silent for more than 4 minutes today. Your Instagram has 500 followers. Your LinkedIn has 300 connections. You have a group chat with 200 people in it. Your college batch, your hostel floor, your placement prep, your good morning family group that you have muted since 2019. And yet, somewhere around 11:30 pm, when the screen finally goes quiet, there is a specific kind of hollow feeling that sits in your chest. Not sadness exactly, not loneliness in the dramatic movie poster sense, just a gap, a quiet suspicion that despite all of this, nobody actually knows you. If you disappeared tomorrow, really disappeared, how many of those 500 would notice before your absence showed up in a "Where is Debojyoti" message in the group chat? I am not trying to depress you. I am trying to run a diagnostic because this specific feeling is the most common undiagnosed crash of our generation, and nobody talks about it because everyone's too busy posting about how full their life looks. Welcome to the Loneliness Protocol, Life Protocol, Episode 7. Let's find the source of the error. Here's something that should genuinely irritate you. Aristotle, a man who had no internet, no smartphone, no LinkedIn premium, and absolutely no algorithm optimizing his social life, understood human connection better than anyone in 2026 does. He said friendship comes in exactly 3 types, and almost nobody is getting all 3. Tier 1, utility friendship. You are useful to each other. That's it. Notes sharing, placement referral. Hi, can you cover my shift? The relationship ends the moment utility ends. This is your 200-person group chat. This is 90% of your LinkedIn network. This is valid, but it is not connection. Tier 2, pleasure friendship. You enjoy each other's company. You watch cricket together. You roast each other in the chat. It's fun, it's warm, but it is still fundamentally circumstantial. When the circumstance changes, when college ends, when one person moves to the city, the friendship quietly evaporates. This is most of what we call close friends. Tier 3, virtue friendship. This is the rarest install. Someone who knows your actual self, not your curated self, not your LinkedIn headline self, not your Instagram story self. Someone who will tell you when you are wrong, who shows up when it is inconvenient, who you don't have to perform for. Now, here's the 2026 problem that Aristotle did not anticipate. We have built an entire civilization, apps, algorithm, feeds, follower counts, specifically designed to give you the feeling of Tier 3 connection, while only actually delivering Tier 1. Your brain, your deeply ancient, desperately social, 200,000-year-old brain, it cannot tell the difference. Until 11:30 pm when the screen goes quiet, and it can. 3 protocols. Let's debug this. Protocol 1. The Connection Audit. Open your contacts, or don't. Just run this in your head. Pick 10 people you would call friends. Now sort them ruthlessly, like a system admin cleaning up storage. The utility folder probably filled up immediately. Note study groups, people who send you job links, good people, necessary people, not your inner circle. The pleasure folder, maybe 4 or 5 names? People who make you laugh, who you would grab chai with, who make the hard days lighter, genuinely valuable. Now, the virtue floater. How many names went in there? If it's 2 or 3, you are doing better than most. If it is 1, that's honest and that's okay. But what if it is 0? You are not broken, my friend, but your network has a critical dependency missing, and no amount of followers will patch it. Here's the uncomfortable pattern I want you to notice. Every time you got a new follower, downloaded a new app, joined a new group, your brain filled it under social progress. But Tier 1 connections dressed in Tier 3 packagings are not progress. They are the digital equivalent of eating rice cakes and wondering why you are still hungry. The audit is not to make you sad. The audit is to make you precise. Because you cannot fix what you haven't diagnosed, right? Protocol 2. The Parasocial Detox. This is the one nobody wants to hear, including me. I'll be honest here. So let's get through it together. There is a specific reason your Tier 3 folder is empty or nearly empty. It's not that you are unlovable. It's not that good people don't exist. It's that your brain's social bandwidth is full, and it's full of people who don't know you exist. You know what's happening when you spend 3 hours watching your favorite creators' vlogs? Your brain, your beautiful, prehistoric, socially hungry brain, is processing it as time spent with a friend. The familiarity, the inside jokes, the sense of knowing someone's life, the genuine warmth you feel when they have a good day. That is parasocial connection, and it is spectacularly convincing. Here's the math that should concern you. 3 hours of creator content consumed is equal to your brain's social quota partially filled. Actual conversation with an actual human who knows your actual name is equal to still pending. But you don't feel lonely after 3 hours, so you don't reach out. So the real connection never gets scheduled. So the Tier 3 folder stays empty. This is not the creator's fault. It's not your fault. It's an architectural flaw. You were handed a tool that delivers connection-flavored content in a system that was built for actual connection. The tool is very, very good at its job. The parasocial detox is not delete all your apps and go to live in the forest. No, that's not a protocol. That's a crisis. The detox is this. 1 hour of parasocial consumption is equal to 1 intentional real connection. Not a 2-hour phone call, not an emotional breakthrough, a text, a voice note, what's going on with you actually message. You are allowed to watch, listen, follow, enjoy. But your real connection budget cannot run at 0 just because the parasocial budget is overflowing. The system needs both inputs to function. And one more thing, because I would be doing your disservice if I skipped it, that person you have been meaning to call for 3 months, the friend who moved to a different city, the one from your hostel who you said, let's stay in touch to, and somehow didn't. They are probably running the same algorithm you are, waiting for someone to go first. Send the message today, before this video ends. Have a name? Good. Hold it. Protocol 3 is going to tell you exactly what to do with it. Here's the single most important thing I'm going to tell you today. You do not need more friends. You need deeper ones. The solution to an empty Tier 3 folder is not to add more Tier 1 connections and hope something upgrades automatically. That's like downloading more apps and hoping your RAM situation resolves itself. The upgrade is intentional. It requires effort, but it is significantly less difficult than you are currently making it feel by avoiding it. Here's how the depth upgrade works. Step 1. Pick your candidate, one person from your Tier 2 folder, someone you genuinely like, someone whose company you enjoy, someone you have thought, I should spend more time with this person, at least once. Not someone you're trying to impress, not someone strategically useful, someone you actually like, one person. Step 2. Ask the question nobody asked. The next time you are with them, or on a call, or even in a voice note, ask them something real. Not how's placements going, that's Tier 1 content, or not how did you watch the show. Solid Tier 2, fine, not enough. Ask something like, what's actually been on your mind lately? Or is there something you have been trying to figure out that you haven't really talked about? You will be shocked what happens when you ask a real question and wait for the real answer. People are desperate to be heard, not performed for, not advised, not fixed, just heard. That is what Aristotle's virtue friendship actually is. Stripped of all philosophy, two people who have decided repeatedly to show up for the actual version of each other, not the highlight reel, the real source code. Step 3. Do it again next week. That's the whole step. Once is nice moment, twice is a pattern. A pattern is how Tier 3 gets built. Not through grand gestures, not through perfectly timed emotional confessions, through consistency. The most underrated feature in any friendship. And here's the ancient proof that this is not just soft advice. Seneca, Roman philosopher, advisor to emperors, man who understood humans better than most, wrote this to his friends. Friendship is always advantageous, but love is sometimes enough. But before that, he wrote something more important. If you consider any man a friend whom you do not trust as you trust yourself, you have made a grievous mistake. Real friendship requires risk. The risk of being known, of being wrong, of being vulnerable enough to say, I'm not actually okay, without immediately following it with a meme. Your generation, my generation, has built extraordinary skill at being likable. We are terrible at being known, and you cannot be deeply connected to someone who only knows your curated self, the real you, the one who's confused sometimes, scared sometimes, making it up as you go. The version deserves connection too. So here's where we land today. The loneliness you feel in a world of 500 followers and 200 group chat members is not a personal failure. It's a completely logical outcome of using Tier 1 infrastructure and expecting Tier 3 result. Like trying to run a AAA video game on a 2009 calculator. Not your fault, just the wrong hardware for the job. You are not too much for people. You are not broken. You are not fundamentally alone. You have just been feeling connection attempts at the wrong directory. The fix is not dramatic. It's small, it's repeated, and it starts with one message to one person before tonight ends. That name you were holding from protocol 2. Send it. Don't overthink the wording. Don't draft it in 3 times. Don't send a meme instead of words because words feel too exposed. Just send it. Here's your protocol summary. Audit your network. Know which tier your connections are actually in. Detox the parasocial. 1 hour consumed equals 1 real connection eaten. Upgrade 1%. Ask a real question. Listen to the real answer. Do it again next week. Connection is not a feature you are missing. It's a protocol you haven't run yet. So, the final protocol of the day. And yes, I'm aware of the irony of asking you for a parasocial action at the end of a video about parasocial connection. I see it. I acknowledge it. We are moving forward anyway. If this video hits somewhere here, hit like. It takes zero point 0.3 seconds. It requires no vulnerability. It is the lowest commitment real action available to you right now. You just spent 9 minutes learning about connection. Start small. If you know someone who is currently sitting in a 200-person group chat feeling completely invisible, share this with them. Don't say anything. Don't explain it. Don't make it a whole thing. Just send it. Like you should have sent this message 3 months ago. Subscribe because episode 8 is the one where we talk about the fear of failure. And I will say this with complete seriousness. If you haven't spent any time today thinking, what if I'm just fundamentally too much, too weird, too much of a mess for real connection? Episode 8 is specifically addressed to that thought. We are going to delete it from your system permanently. Until then, audit your connections, detox the feed, upgrade 1%. You are not alone in feeling alone, and that somehow is where it starts to get better.